Lieutenant Tucker wants Jahi Tucker to follow the blueprint that Shushu Carrington used in his fight and go to the body of Tracy Magruder.
Yeah, that's good instruction. I get it.
But how though?
Yeah.
That's the what, but how? How do I come behind my jab, slip inside, and then go to the body? Do I counter after he throws, if I'm in position to throw to the body? That's the part that's missing in the instructions of Tucker, because right now I'm seeing the same rhythm and the same approach from Tucker round in and round out. And Magruder doesn't seem to be the right guy to capitalize on that tonight, but moving forward, it could be a problem.
To be honest with you, this doesn't look like the Tucker that I'm familiar with seeing. You know, that explosion is not there. And it could be
stiffer competition.
Yeah, it could be because, you know, he's in there with a guy that actually know how to fight back. Yeah. But still, he's not explosive as I normally see him.
We talk about there being levels to the game. Well, the level of competition is somewhat improving. He's got a competent opponent inside the ring against him tonight, who's now working to the body.
Now he's going down to the body. And
that's okay. We want the young fighters to be tested on the way up at the right amount, the right increment. But the problem that I'm having with Tucker is he's making the same mistakes round in and round out, and the same mistake with body shot right there from Tucker that we've seen in his previous fights. So that's the problem that I'm having right now with this performance. He's winning, he's doing his thing, but he's got to tighten up those defensive flaws, those offensive flaws if he's going to be a force in this sport.
Let's go.
And this is not a good look for Jahi Tucker.
I'm telling you right now, mentally right now, he's really not in this fight. There's something going on. I don't know what it is, but
don't hold the rope.
Jahi Tucker, he's normally a firecracker in there.
Remember what I told you about hitting in the back? Don't do it, man. Let's go.
And Tucker's done this before where he starts tucking and clowning around.
Yes, the lack of concentration from him right now.
I just think he's overdoing it, fellas. I just think he thinks that's entertainment, and you know he wants to be exciting. And the way that you're exciting is to get off, shine, do your thing, and then if you want to showboat after that, then so be it. But you can't showboat if it's a dead round or a dead moment. It's just not the right time.
Dre, this is why it's important to work on every aspect of your game, because when you get in there and you hit a guy and he doesn't go to sleep, then what else do you have to depend on? And this is what we see from Tucker right now. Yes, he's boxing, but very little power on those shots. Moving a lot, making a lot of mistakes, as you alluded to.
Work your hands free. Let him go. Work out it.
We've mentioned the slapping shots throughout this fight. We've seen it before from him, and you know it's a lot to pick apart. And very little improvement, you know, that we've seen now into his 7th pro fight.
Well, you've been.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles Jahi. So, man, shout out to my audience. I had to play that because, for one, I'm going to name this video, Jahi Tucker is dangerous. Danger. Watch your back. Get on the floor. This motherfucker is dangerous. But before I can get to that, I got to point out, because my last video, I got some shit to talk. You know, I did a video about Angel Reese, and I don't really cover basketball like that, but I gave her a major shout out, and I said Angel Reese is black excellence, and, you know, that motherfucker had like 12 views or some shit. I don't, you know, that's like, you know, my shit don't never be that goddamn low, pretty goddamn low. So if you're tuning into this, when you get through with this, go check out the Angel Reese video. Yeah. If for nothing else, just put a little more respect on the queen name, and yeah. But anyway, the reason why I brought that up also, you know, it's not just the disrespectful views, because that shit was highly disrespectful. Yeah, I think it said 12 views right now. Yeah, that shit is fucked up. I'm very offended. But anyway, I defended her, and I told her she got a whole lot of sauce. And I love her confidence and her swagger. And you know what? The whole world, I told you, I damn near didn't do a video about Angel Reese, because when I seen Shaq and Barack and all them jumping in and trying to sound like they on code, and yeah, she just being great. She can taunt. Okay. This is why I was so shocked, because this goes on all the time in boxing. Black fighters can't taunt. You better not showboat. They hated Wilder for years because he showboated. They hated Wilder. Those are facts. They hated him. They said he was arrogant and they didn't like his attitude. They didn't like Wilder until he lost. Yeah, they didn't like Wilder until he lost. Now the world just loves Wilder. They didn't like him before he lost. When Wilder was saying, I'm the best and can't nobody fuck with me, and he was arrogant, didn't nobody, and he's still arrogant though, don't get it twisted, he's still very confident in himself, but nobody liked Wilder, especially not American, especially not mainstream media. So confidence has never been appreciated. So I was just very shocked, and listen, I'm all for all black people, whether it's a black woman or a black man, I'm all for all of us getting our respect. Because you can't just the black woman get respect, or can't just the black man. It got to be as a whole. Either we are respected or nobody's respected. That's how that shit go. So I'm looking at all you motherfuckers that went revolutionary. You motherfuckers went Nat Turner for Angel Reese. Bro, every day in boxing, the whole word running comes from talking about a black fighter. When you hear all these broadcasting motherfuckers say he's running, and you hear fans say he's running, that comes from turning a black fighter. They used to say Floyd Mayweather ran. They said he ran. You know, it's a lot of shit. You know, in today's time, they say Pernell Whitaker is a runner. They say Ali ran. It's a lot. They say Sugar Ray Leonard ran. So that's the newest term, and boring fighter. Those are the two terms that come from dissing black fighters. He's boring. That means he won't slug it out. When he's boring, he won't slug it out, or he's so good, but he don't get the knockout. That's boring. Either that, like I said, he's boring, or you know that's the new shit, or he's running. When he's running, that means the fighter that's the puncher can't land a good shot. So that means he ran. So I'm just noticing that boxing, boy, that's why I don't think there's no sport. Maybe the NFL is more racist, but I think boxing is the most racist sport. Nah, I think boxing, because it's more, it's one fighter against another one. It ain't a team. You can hide the racism a little more in football and basketball. When it's and they use flags in boxing too. They play the flag game. Yeah, I say boxing the most racist. I just think the NFL is the most strict. I think the motherfuckers in the NFL are the most well-behaved athletes in sports. And I think they way more strict in the NFL. Because, you know, them owners, them some country white boys. So, I definitely think boxing is the most racist sport. But also, like, he's showboating, but he's beating this dude ass while he's showboating. So I'm just looking at how they was just so disgusted, and how they just was just, confidence in boxing for a black fighter is destruction. You damn near got to be like Joe Louis when he used to beat up them white boys, and he used to just hold his head down, and he never raised his arm. He never said, yeah. Joe Louis never celebrated after beating up a white boy. He never celebrated that shit. That motherfucker went back to his locker room with his head down and all that. So, I guess that's the way they want us to be. But I just had to point that out. Yeah, they shitted on him for having confidence. The same shit the world just tried to uplift Angel Reese for having confidence. They shit on black fighters all the time for having confidence. All the time. So, let me tell you something. The most viral video on YouTube is Adrian Broner losing to Madonna. Why? Because he was confident. That is the most viewed video on YouTube history. In boxing history, it's more viewed than Ali versus Foreman. It's Adrian Broner losing to Madonna. So, yeah, that's the double standards of boxing. That's why a lot of times, you know, I just rather not even talk about it. I care about a lot more shit than some motherfucking boxing, because it's very corrupt and it's very misleading. It's very misleading, and a lot of people can be very misled and misguided through, especially listening to the broadcasters. I suggest anybody, if you watch boxing, bro, just watch with the volume down. Don't even listen to the broadcast, because they're pouring the whole narrative for you to think the way these motherfuckers think. And so, if you listen to the broadcast, you think he just not doing shit, but if you just watch with your eyes, you'll see the sauce. you'll see the sauce. So, like I said, Tucker, he dangerous. Listen, I can't even say who he remind me of. Sometimes I see a little Hearn. Sometimes he remind me a little bit of Bud. But he just got his own sauce, bro. I'm going to tell you something. The same thing that they say about Jerome Boots Ennis, when you talk about the athleticism and they say he's like a Roy Jones, and I see that kind of shit in Jahi Tucker. That motherfucker, his skills is, he extremely talented. I think I don't think nobody got faster hands than him in boxing. I think he got the fastest hands in boxing. Bro, we don't even know how good he is because he got so many tools. We ain't saying the way this motherfucker can land that uppercut so precise on the move. At only 6, at that time he only had 6 fights. Now he got 10 fights. Jahi Tucker is gonna be a problem, and not only that. You know what really bothers me about broadcasters and these motherfuckers? When I box, you say I'm boring. But in his last fight, he dogged it out. And many people gave him credit. But a lot of time they say, we dumb for doing that. And we should have just boxed if we had got knocked out. So if he had got knocked, they would say he shouldn't have done that. She should have just boxed. So... and when a black fighter say he's trying to entertain the fans, oh, he just mentally weak, he should just follow his game plan. Well, if I follow my game plan, you say I'm boring or I'm running. So it's a lot of contradictions. So, but with Jahi Tucker, this is the problem that's going really make boxing really show what it's about, because Jahi Tucker is the best of both worlds. He's a diehard boxing fan's dream, and he's a casual boxing fan's dream. He can give you a rock'em sock'em fight, or he can just outbox you. So he's a can't miss, bro. He a can't miss. Jahi Tucker is a problem, and he dangerous. He's aggressively calling out Xander Zayas. Xander has yet to respond. He went to Xander Zaya's press conference, and now he's saying, you know what? If Top Rank don't want to have that fight right now, I'll wait on it. But he called Xander Zayas out very aggressively. No response. I kind of wonder about that shit. It looked very suspect over there. And Xander got more fights than Jahi Tucker. I want to say Xander Zayas got 15 fights, 10 by knockout. And Jahi Tucker got 10 fights, 5 by knockout. So, that's definitely a fight I would like to see. The way Jahi Tucker is moving, and shout out to his father. And also, he from New York. So, and you know, I was listening to him in an interview earlier. He just a dog, bro. And I've never heard no prospect say, he said, I'm pound for pound. You know, most prospects say, I want to become a world champion. I think I'm one of the best. I want to prove that I'm one of the best. I want to be one of the best. He said, he already saying, I'm pound for pound. The best. Now, that's some different kind of confidence. And I don't know if boxing ready for Jahi Tucker. I don't know if they ready. I don't know if they ready for this kind of sauce. It's some different sauce, bro. One fight, he may just go in and knock you the fuck out. The next fight, he may just outbox you. Just never know what you're going to get. It's a lot of talent, bro. And you got a fan in me, so I will be following you. So, yeah, this is 903 Boxing. I am your host, Charles Jahi. With that, I'm out.